Hello there, Lunar Squadron. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have more LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga marketing. I want to be careful not to use the word news because I guess what we are going to be evaluating in this video is whether or not this brand new marketing out of WB Play, Warner Brothers Brazilian account, is news or whether it is not news. The jury is still out on that. We will be getting into that discussion further in just a moment. But first, guys, we do want to encourage all of you to get involved in our next Q&A for a chance to win a brand new LEGO Star Wars LEGO set. It will be a mystery LEGO Star Wars set until we announce that winner. So the way to get involved is to like this video, to leave a Q&A comment down below asking us anything about the channel, about LEGO Star Wars, about whatever. You can ask Nick what his favorite cereal is. I don't even know what that is, so it's probably the one with the frog on it. What's it called, Nick?
Don't disrespect Honey Smacks.
And then the third thing that you need to do, of course, is to subscribe to the channel. So just 3 steps, chance to win a brand new LEGO Star Wars LEGO set. Don't miss out on that. Now we're going to get into the video in just a moment, but first, we have a message, don't we?
Yeah, we do. All of this talk of Brazil and all of these international accounts actually has me thinking, and I have a question for our good friend Bosk. Bosk, have you ever been to Brazil? I heard they have a really good soccer team, so good that they would never do something like give up 7 goals in like an international competition or anything. So, you ever been there, boss? Did you enjoy it?
Stay your savage tongue. My people have never feared yours.
Wow, Bosk, that is nothing to do with what I just asked you, but alright, man, you just keep doing you. Thanks for being here as always, but let's just get into this video now.
This is Lunar Squadron standing by. We are ready to make the jump to hyperspace. On my mark, Lunar Squadron.
If you guys have been following our channel on this, this Brazilian account has some history now. A few weeks ago, WB Play's YouTube channel actually posted a video where they said that there would be LEGO Star Wars news later on in January. We went ahead and translated that. It was in Portuguese, and here we are again with our Portuguese hats on, translating not a YouTube video this time, but an Instagram post. Roughly 2 days ago, this thing came out. Nobody really kind of picked up on it. I didn't see really anybody talking about it. But these things continue to fall under the radar because WB and TT seem to continue to advertise this game on all these niche, like, international accounts, right?
Yeah, I think when it comes to this post, the more interesting things that are coming from this are the circumstances of the post and not exactly the content within the post, because if you take a look at the pictures within the post and translate them, there's nothing too terribly cool or informative that comes from it. Perhaps one thing here or there that I think both you and I found out that is something worth talking about in this video, but I definitely think the focus of this should be the circumstances surrounding the post. Like you said, Warner Brothers continues to acknowledge this game, which is very nice to see. Again, this is really the first time Warner Brothers has ever acknowledged this game over the last few weeks, so that has to be promising, you would think, going forward. And another thing is the fact that this game, like you said, continues to be marketed on these very niche international accounts, and a lot of people really either don't pick up on this news or this marketing, or they don't pick up onto it until a few days after it happens. For example, we did not see this for the first time until earlier today, and this was posted 2 days ago. So I'm not quite sure why they won't post this kind of stuff on their main bigger accounts. It really just doesn't make much sense to me. This has kind of been a concern I've had about the marketing for this game since it started a few months ago, is the fact that they continue to not promote it on their bigger accounts. They seem to be reserving all of this stuff for their smaller accounts. Whether that could be a strategy for them trying to grow these smaller accounts, that would be smart because this game is going to pull views and pull clicks. So I guess that would be a good strategy if you want to grow the smaller accounts, is let the smaller accounts post this marketing and news. But I don't understand why they can't just replicate that on their bigger accounts at the same time so that none of us miss this and don't see it until a few days later. Now, one big question I think both you and I have, Andreas, and something that I think is really worth talking about when it comes to this post, is the fact that Warner Play back in late December on Christmas did post that video where they said news would be coming for LEGO Star Wars sometime at the beginning of the new year. We all assumed that meant sometime in January. Now, if you take a look at the calendar, we are in the middle portion of January, and all of a sudden this post about LEGO Star Wars comes from the Warner Play account on Instagram. So I guess the big concern here is this the news that they were talking about? Is this all we are getting in January for this game? Because if it is, Andreas, in my opinion, that's not good. I don't want to call it disastrous, but it's definitely not something that is good.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely did get that message out of the Warner Play YouTube channel, which told us that there would be news coming in January. And here we are, smack dab in the middle of January, and we're running out of January. We're halfway here, guys. Now, that said, we didn't really tell, everybody to put a lot of stock into that YouTube channel because it was, a very quick remark in a Brazilian YouTube account. Do we expect these big announcements to be made by these more fringe accounts? Not really. It could be something like you were saying, Nick, where they're just trying to gain traction and gain following because they are relatively smaller Warner Brothers accounts when you look at the grand scale of things. But whether or not this thing is news, I guess we'll leave that to you all to decide, and then we will kind of pan in with our thoughts here. But you know what, Nick? I think we should just go ahead and take a look at this post, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should just kind of look at what we translated and just see if there's anything newsworthy that came out of this post. So to start things off, I'm not even going to try and read this in Portuguese. Andreas, if you want to be my guest, I'm just going to read the English translation.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah,
I don't know. If
you guys just don't.
Maybe Boss speaks Portuguese.
Maybe he does. He did travel to Brazil, he told me, so maybe he learned some Portuguese. But you definitely don't want to hear me try and speak Portuguese. So the first post is in #LEGO #Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. You will have hours of intergalactic exploration, insane piloting, and colossal battles. What else do you want? Nothing really super cool or newsworthy out of that at all. Like there's nothing there. There's nothing in that caption that we didn't already know, right?
I mean, yeah, we were definitely expecting intergalactic exploration, given the whole galaxy map thing, and we were, expecting insane piloting because of, we've seen footage of, the Millennium Falcon flying. We've seen, Obi-Wan's Episode 2 craft chasing the Slave One. We are expecting all of that. And then the colossal battles, of course, we were expecting, the Star Destroyer fleets and, random space encounters and all of that. So it's just good to see that these things are being, reaffirmed here. And then that post was accompanied by this screenshot of Rey on Octu, and it is another, Portuguese subtitle on that, which translates to a complete adventure. Revisit the franchise's top 9 films completely and in any order you like. This kind of reverberates what we heard out of TT Games representatives who were in attendance at E3 2019, saying that you can play the film in any way you want. If you recall, James McLaughlin there was saying this very same thing, that you can kind of start in whichever episode you want. You can do things in whichever order you feel fit for what you want to do at that particular time. So just good to see that they're doubling down on that now that we're closer to release.
Yeah, that's not newsworthy at all. That is literally the cornerstone of this game. That's what this game is being able to see all 9 games and play through them in any order you like. That has been the main focus of this game. Now, the next post or the next screenshot, I think maybe the only thing that is actually newsworthy from this Instagram post, and it's the fact that it mentions that you can use over 100 characters from across the saga, including villains and bounty hunters. Now, the only thing that might be newsworthy about this is the use of the phrase use over 100 characters. Now, up to this point, we've all kind of been speculating as to how many playable characters there will be exactly. We know that there will be a couple hundred characters, over 300, I believe, characters in the game, but the question has always been how many playable characters. And I think the use of the phrase use over 100 characters is very interesting here, because it kind of sets limitations, if it is accurate, that number of playable characters will be somewhere between 100 and 200, because if it was over 200, they would say over 200. They wouldn't say over 100 unless they were trying to play it extremely safe. So I think this kind of sort of sets a limitation here on the number of playable characters. It doesn't confirm anything, and obviously something could be lost in translation here, or they could just be flat out wrong in their post. Not confirmation from TT Games, so you can't really say one way or another, but in my opinion, Andreas, I thought that was the most newsworthy thing that came out of this post. I guess my big concern here is this isn't the news we were waiting for, was it? Do we think we're getting more by the end of January? I think we're going to get something. I really believe we're going to get something big before the end of the month, but what do you think? Is this what we've been waiting for?
I mean, I'm not even sure that this character count is like, you know, newsworthy stuff here, because it seems like a pretty like play it safe advertisement. Like if you were Warner Brothers and you were asking TT like, hey, how much do you want us to reveal about your game? I could very easily see TT on the list of, you know, play it safe comments. This one is definitely like near the top of that list. It is, oh, you can use over 100 characters from across the saga. That could mean literally like any amount over 100. Of course, you know, Nick, you say that, you know, they would have said 200. However, I don't think this completely rules out the possibility of there being 200. It could be, like I'm saying, like they're just really playing this safe. Give a conservative estimate. Don't hype people up. That's been the name of the game with these companies right now, is don't hype people up. Don't oversell your game over the past couple of months with marketing. And then, you know, another, you know, handful of neutral statements like explore the universe, travel through classic Star Wars locations to unlock secrets and special missions. I mean, we can all speculate as to what, you know, secrets and special missions are littered throughout the game, but then kind of capping off with that this game is easy to play, fun and easy to play gameplay, you know, for people who've never touched a controller before. Is this all newsworthy? Is this all exciting stuff? I think everybody knows what's newsworthy at this point, and it's not talking about the game. It's not opining about the game. It's not speculating about the game. It is seeing the damn game. That is what people are excited about. That is news to people at this point, and I don't think anybody in this community, you or me included, will be, you know, satisfied by things except for that, right?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I definitely don't think this is the news we've been waiting for. If this is what they were talking about, then that was extremely disappointing. Because up to this point, I think the news that we're waiting for is a solidified release date. Or actual look at real gameplay, and not a gameplay trailer that is just not a trailer, it's all cutscenes. So I think that is the news we're waiting for, and I really hope that there is more to this speculation and rumors that there will be news before the end of the month or sometime at the beginning of the year, because if this is the post that they've been talking about up to this point, then that is incredibly disappointing. I don't think there's any other way you can describe it, but at the same time, I don't think this is. I think this was just them posting some marketing for this game, trying to keep people's interest level high in this game. I really don't think this is what we were waiting for, but if it turns out to be what we were waiting for, then damn, that sucks. But I really don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean, one way or another, we're going to touch base with you guys at the end of January and reevaluate things. Obviously, we are expecting a release date at some point in the near future, given that this game is being targeted for just a few months away now. Obviously, with COVID complications, I can see this studio being hesitant to target a release date, but you've got to do it at some point. It's just one of those things that you've got to jump in at some point and just get in there. Just commit your efforts to a date, and then get this whole thing rolling towards going gold and shipping this game out to everybody who's so very excited to get their hands on this game. And like you're saying, at the very least, maybe some gameplay. Well, let us know what you guys think about this post out of WB Games. Do you think this is a positive thing that WB Games continues to market this game at this time? Do you think it's a positive sign? Or do you think this is kind of a negative thing, that it wasn't something bigger, and that, you know, this WB Play account, this YouTube account may have oversold the word news in their video, and this is all we are going to get? Or are you hopeful that we're going to get more? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, let us know in the comments down below a Q&A question for a chance to win a brand new mystery Star Wars Lego set. You are all welcome to enter in our Q&A by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a Q&A comment down below with a question for Nick, myself, or hell, you can even ask Bosk a question, or Grievous, or Obi-Wan. They'll answer all the questions you have. So let us know in the comments down below. That's going to do it for this discussion. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, we will see you all next time.